Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. Today we're going to talk about the 2020 C8 Corvette, its production stats, including colors, options, and more. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so our friends over at the CorvetteBlogger.com actually recently posted an article about the C8 Corvette and all of the statistics that follow the 2020 model. What do I mean by statistics? Well, literally everything. So how many were coupes, how many were convertibles, how many were red, how many were black, how many were 1LT, how many were 2 or 3LT, everything is covered here. Now, you guys may be asking, well, how are we getting these solid numbers whenever the production of the car is still running? Well, the National Corvette Museum has provided the CorvetteBlogger.com the official production statistics, but since production of the model year is expected to continue another couple weeks before concluding on or by December 7th, which we've talked about in the past, the final orders are locked in. So Chevrolet's official count for the model year will be 20,368. So all of the orders are in, they're just basically waiting to be built on or before the date of December 7th, 2020. At that point, they will all be pushed to a 2021 model. So Chevy did it. They managed to hit 20,000 C8 Corvettes for the year 2020. As you guys know, the 2020 C8 kind of suffered a lot of pushbacks, a lot of delays to start and everything with the UAW strike, and then most recently the pandemic closing the plant and a couple shutdowns in between there because they weren't able to get parts. Again, because of the pandemic. So because of that, the total amount is about half of what it will be normally. So assuming no further delays in production for 2021, we're looking at closer to 40,000 units made. The Corvette blogger goes on to say that the 20,368 that were built in 2020 does in fact include the pre-production sellable units that were built before customer orders began in February. So the 20,000 number is literally all of the C8 Corvettes, not just the ones that were delivered to customers. So where things start to get really interesting is talking about the actual breakdown of the 2020 models. 82.4% of them were coupe. That's kind of understandable because the 2020 model year didn't really include the convertible until much later in the actual year, so I kind of figured the majority of them would be coupe. But in this case, 82.4% or 16,787 of the C8 cars are coupes. So that only leaves 17.6 or 3,581 that were convertible. Definitely pretty interesting because as of right now, right this moment, the C8 Corvette is kind of rare. You don't see a lot of them out on the road because there isn't a lot of them around. With that said, the C8 Corvette convertible is even more rare. I have never seen one of those on the road. But stay tuned, guys. I'm actually heading up to Blackout Tinting where they have a convertible C8 Corvette that I'm going to kind of give you guys a little review on. So that video will be coming soon. If you're interested in the C8 Corvette convertible, then definitely keep an eye out for that video. But anyway, moving on. The Z51 Performance Package accounted for 76% of all C8 Corvettes built. That is 15,476 of them. That's pretty impressive because I know a lot of people that I've talked to were on the fence about whether or not they wanted the Z51 Performance Package because of the additional cost and because a lot of you guys did not want any kind of spoiler on the car. While I personally don't understand exactly why you wouldn't want a spoiler on this thing, I guess some people like the way it looks without it better, so that number is a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. The next bit of information that the Corvette blogger gives us is equally as surprising. We're going to take a quick break in the action to talk about today's sponsor, and it is going to be, again, Hyperion. So as you guys know, they actually make the aluminum case that allows the communication between your key fob and the car to be disconnected, which prevents theft. Now, this is a different kind of theft. This isn't something like breaking your windows and stealing your car. This is something that can be stolen electronically and then used to unlock your car the way you would do it. Most recently, I had one of my subscribers reach out to me because of a problem his friend had. He reached out to me and said, "Hi, Justin. My friend just had her Mercedes stolen a couple days ago here in LA. The police think they got her info off of the key fob, which Hyperion would have prevented." This is someone who literally watches my videos videos and knew there was a way to stop this particular kind of theft, but didn't have the actual item to do so. It's definitely unfortunate, and I wish it wasn't a necessity, but unfortunately in today's fully digital electronic world, something like this cannot be discounted. And speaking of discounts, just for being a horsepower obsessed fan, you will save 35% off by clicking the link in the description below and receive back a huge peace of mind. The 3LT package was the most popular package. I thought that was surprising, but apparently the Corvette blogger did not. They said that that's always the case with the initial new model rollouts. A total of 46.8% of buyers went with the 3LT across both models, with 39.1% choosing the 2LT and only 14.4% choosing the base 1LT trim package. Now, as you guys know, my C8 Corvette is a 2LT package, but normally I would have gotten the 3LT because I appreciate the finer things in life, I guess. But the 2LT was something I chose because I knew the car was going to be sold eventually, and I wanted to make sure that I had the most resale value possible for when the Z06 comes out. That is the car I really want. So I wanted to make sure the one I have is as resellable as possible. The next bit of information is the exterior colors ranked by popularity. Number one, if you guys can guess this, is torch red. So no surprise there. A lot of the Corvettes are torch red, and in this case, 25% of them ordered were torch red. So 5,137 torch red C8 Corvettes out on the road, mine being one of them. Number two is Arctic White. So 15%, 3,098 C8 Corvettes chose Arctic White as the exterior color. Number three was black with 2,383 or 11.7% of the C8 Corvettes ordered. Number four was the Sebring Orange with 1,377 or 6.8%. Number five was the Elkhart Lake Blue at 1,369 or 6.7%. Number six was the Rapid Blue, 1,243 or 6%. I have a feeling that number would have been a lot higher if that color was not on restraint when the original ordering process opened up. Number seven is the Ceramic Matrix Gray, 1,216, 5.97%. That is a color that I'm kind of surprised by. Ceramic Matrix Gray is usually a really popular color on the C8 or C7 Corvettes. I'm surprised to see only 1,200 of them got that color. Number eight, Blade Silver at 1,130, 5.55%. Number nine is Shadow Gray, 1,111 or 5.45%. Number 10, Long Beach Red, 1,068, 5.25%. Number 11, Accelerate Yellow, only 688, 3.38%. Same kind of thing with the Accelerate Yellow though. If I had to guess, it's just because the color was on constraint. I have a feeling the Accelerate Yellow and the Rapid Blue will be something we'll see a lot more of being ordered in 2021. And then lastly, the Zeus Bronze. So not a whole lot of people ordered the Zeus Bronze color. That's also kind of surprising, not so much because I like the color, but because I know a lot of people who did. And only 548 of you guys ordered the Zeus Bronze. Only 2.69% of the 2020 C8 Corvettes are going to be seen in Zeus Bronze. Like I said, that one is really, really interesting. I thought the Zeus Bronze color would be much more popular than that. Then the Corvette blogger goes on to say that the National Corvette Museum also provided a chart showing how the various models were outfitted with exterior and interior color totals and combinations. There's a lot of information here, guys, so I'm just going to put the chart up here on the screen, but there were some rare combinations. For example, there was only one C8 Corvette that was painted Accelerate Yellow and had a two-tone blue interior. Two Torch Red cars selected the two-tone blue, as well as two Elkhart Lake Blue and three Rapid Blue cars featured the Morello interior. So depending on how you ordered your cars and how crazy you got with some of the options, you could have a one-of-one car. Some other interesting options included the front end lift, which was selected by 58% of the owners, or 11,899 people. The magnetic ride control was selected by 54%, or 10,991, and the GT2 seats were the most popular choice at 12,548, or 61.6%. I am definitely one of those for the front lift and the magnetic ride control. Those were two options I absolutely had to have with the car, and the front end lift is one that I wish I could give to my C7 as well. That is the most useful option on a Corvette I have ever come across. So if you were wondering if you should get the front end lift, my personal opinion is absolutely. The most common wheels for the C8 Corvette were the carbon flash open spoke wheels, with 41.7% of buyers selecting the black version versus only 36.9% going with the bright silver versions. The black Trident wheels were optioned by 2,788 buyers, or 13.7%, while 2,420 selected the Spectra Gray Trident wheels at 11.9%. And 1,924 buyers selected the Sterling Silver Trident wheels, or 9.4%. There is a lot of information to dig through here, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure that the charts are posted up on the screen here so you guys can see them yourself, but definitely very interesting. The fact that we have all these options is really an awesome thing. You can order your Corvette in exactly the fashion you want. If you want Accelerate Yellow with two-tone blue interior, you can have that. Most people are not going to order something like that, I know, but if you want it, you can get it, and that is a beautiful thing. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about the C8 Corvette or the production numbers we've talked about here today, go ahead and leave them in the comments section down below, or shoot me an email, horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com, and I will make sure you get anything you may have answered. Also, guys, let me know what you think about these numbers. Is it surprising to you that the torch red color leads the color option for the C8 Corvette? How about how many were coupe versus convertibles? Or the fact that the Z51 performance package accounted for 76% of all cars ordered? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. I'm always curious to hear what you guys have to say about these cars. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I'm gonna have loads of C7 and C8 Corvette content coming you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.